After the attack on the Star Destroyer, the droids now went straight down to Hoth because they didn't know what was going on. They didn't know, like, who to trust. But now, after the destruction of the ship from yesterday, it was insane. So, they now go down. Also, the ship couldn't handle it anymore. The boys now made it to the bottom, and they were in a freezing cold temperature. Way too freezing. The clones were freezing up, and all the droid circuits were, like, starting to freeze. And now, yeah, so now they don't really know what's going on now. So some of them want to split up, though. Commander Droid was trying to find shelter, and then he looked back and realized that everyone was gone. They were all running away from him. They said that they were trying to split up, and that Mr. Bones took over and told Commander Droid, oh wait, yeah, Commander Droid's walking away. So Mr. Bones, and it was only Mr. Bones and 8D8 now. And the others had split up into groups. And he also hit one of the clones accidentally, but it's okay. So it was now Mr. Bones, 8D8, and the clones, and then Commander Droid split up. Mr. Bones and 8D8 were now alone in this icy wasteland. Commander Droid was now walking alone as well. He had no idea where he was or what he was doing, until he heard something behind him. He just didn't want to mind it because it was probably a Tauntaun, but then he realized it was not a Tauntaun. But he just kept walking. He thought of making a little spot to sleep around here because he had enough power to, like, sit there. Because this past week has been crazy for him. He had enough spot to sleep there, and then he realized something was following him. Then he realized it was a droideka. This droideka had been stranded on Hoth ever since Order 66, because his battalion was killed off, and now this droideka was wondering where Commander Droid was going, but he didn't really mind. So Commander Droid just decided that he was going to befriend the droideka, but the droideka did not talk at all. And Commander Droid realized that the droidekas were pretty weak against, like, stuff, and he tried to tell him to go on by killing his shield, and yeah, that kind of happened. Commander Droid also killed a probe droid and found a bunker entrance, so Commander Droid went in. Commander Droid and his friend made it into, well, this place. Echo Base. Tried to ask this guy what was going on, but I accidentally hit him, and yeah, this guy ran away. So yeah, Commander Droid was just trying to find someone to help. Commander Droid asked this guy about what was going on, and his droid was destroyed. So he told Commander Droid to go to Coruscant, and Commander Droid was going. Since the rebels were repairing the V-Wing, an X-Wing came back in, and also, what is the droideka doing? The droideka's also shooting at the X-Wing for some reason. I don't know why bro was doing this, because droidekas are just broken in this game. Anyway, so the Commander Droid and the droideka, if the droideka wanted to, were going to take the X-Wing straight to Coruscant Uskru District to find what they were looking for. Anyway, the X-Wing took off as well, and now they were going straight to Coruscant, and they thought it was going to be a nice journey. It was going to be a nice journey, alright. Anyway, welcome to Coruscant. The droids were looking around on Coruscant Uskru District. They originally were in Coruscant, but now they were just trying to find droid parts. This man here started selling droid parts. He said that the parts were 10,000 studs, and yes, the parts were released finally. And apparently this guy also wanted to ask the Commander Droid about, like, his friends that were walking around town, and Commander Droid thought nothing of it because there are millions of droids in the galaxy. So Commander Droid just decided that this guy was lying, and it was actually no battle droid. Commander Droid and his friend were walking down this hallway, or this alleyway, until they found something. Behind the droideka, because Commander Droid pushed the droideka out of the way, were his friends, B1 battle droid and heavy assault droid. B1 told him that they had fallen down, and because of B1's stupidity, they had kind of fallen down, and now they're stuck in the Uskru District, and they were just waiting for them. So, with a few newish friends, they decided that they were going to go to the Federal District and get a new friend. They made it to the Federal District, and in one piece. Now that it's a little more light outside, this is the team so far. They might also lose somebody because they apparently lose people every single episode. Anyway, so the droids started to walk around and just try and find, like, new stuff. They just tried to find the droid pieces that they needed. They also, while they were looking around, they also heard, like, strange footsteps on top. And they thought it was nothing because there were millions of civilians in the federal district. So they just kept searching. The guy who gave out the parts told them that a bounty hunter took them. But then they realized something was wrong. The clone trooper from earlier in the series, like episode 4, had followed them and was killing the droideka. So yeah, this character kind of didn't last long, but it's okay. Anyway, 2 of his clone brothers arrived and they weren't really doing anything. So the heavy assault droid did not like these clones anymore. He told them to step back, and he killed one of them and killed another one. Anyway, the other clone had nothing left, so now the other clone decided that he was going to run. Also, his helmet got shut off. My man pulled in its tray baby and started running away. He told this clone to deal with him, but this clone was peaceful around droids, so this guy knew what he had to do. And the clone took the leap of faith and died. Commander Droid was also going to ask him if he wanted to join, but Commander Droid didn't really care. So our little commander friend just got away. Anyway, they found the bounty hunter who took their parts, and without further ado, they attacked him. And like any kind of droid, they won? Yeah, they won and got all the parts. Anyway, they were returning to their new home. Like parentheses around it. It's not really that. Parentheses? I don't know. With their new home. Anyway, as they were gonna talk to him, the clones made it in, and he also punched the captain clone for a reason, because he walked away, and his 2 droid friends were talking to the clones, and finally moved out of the way and was building the droid. Anyway, so the clones were really wondering what was going on with the droid. What was going on with all the droids. And also, this droid just did not really, he fell to pieces. And his head fell off. So, Commander Droid, being a nice guy he asked somebody else to build him. And, Commander Clone did it. And finally, they had a new friend. Anyway, they now had a new protocol droid on their side, which was pretty cool, and yeah, they tried to get this rebel out of the way, but why did it lock onto them? Anyway, the rebel did get out of the way.